Does the Brewzilla have an efficiency problem? Well, today I'm brewing to find out. I'm gonna apply all of my research that I've done to do some basic things that I think should really help crack out some good sugars from these grains. So let's see how it goes. It's unboxing day. She's alive and well. So, welcome to Brew Day. Number one, I mashed in. My goal today is to use my research to get a really high efficiency. So number one is I didn't turn the pump on and I didn't stir the grains in. I put them in waves, one wave rice hulls, one wave grain, and did like 3 different waves of that kind of mix. And then when it was resting on top, I didn't stir. I just stabbed with the mash paddle. So just like this, I was like stab, just to make sure it was balling on top. And now I'm leaving it for 10 minutes. You'll notice no pump is on. What should be happening is the particles that absorb water faster should be falling first, which I think is the husks, and that'll create the filter bed. I also heated up to strike temperature first, so it was at 161 because I'm trying to strike higher based on the recipe, and now it's slowly falling. Love this thing. Okay, I've let it settle for the researched 10 to 15 minutes, and now I'm gonna mix it, put the top plate in, let it rip. So the mixing should be pulling up and not going all the way to the bottom. And I think the purpose is to make sure there's no dry spots. Pretty good. I don't see any worrisome things. I don't really know what it would look like though. Anyway, so I've mixed it. So just set it on. And it should just, gravity should determine its positioning. So it's just trickling out. If you notice, pretty weak stream. But slow is the way to go. Post-mash gravity 107.4 before the sparge. So this is great. It looks like it's gonna be 104.3 once I dilute with the sparge, or maybe even more. So we're really hitting efficiency here. Take a look. That was a refractometer, by the way. And here's what it looks like. It's just been going slow, like a trickle. Check it out. You know, just real slow. It's cleared up for sure. But yeah, it's looking lovely. Okay, time for sparge. I'm gonna go, based on research, more on the slow side to avoid compressing the grain bed more than I need to. You can tell it's draining nice and slow, meaning that filter bed is really set. There's a filter bed. It's going down 0.5 centimeter every 10 seconds probably. Not sure how important that is, but that's just kind of neat to know. Meanwhile, I'll turn it up to boil. To get a fast boil, you want to shoot over the boil mark so that it doesn't use any sort of PID to slow it down. Not important for the boil. According to research, this isn't such an important step for getting efficiency, but you want to be able to see just a little bit on the grill. Yeah, that what you're seeing is not that entertaining. I'll just keep going like that. Notice how slowly the sparge is going through. It's like, you can tell that grain bed is really a filter as it creeps downward. It's not a quick sparge. Just removed the top plate to inspect. Look how perfectly uniform that top of that grain is. It's just like a flat pancake of grain. It feels light and fluffy, meaning not compressed. So I think really we had an ideal grain bed here. And I just want you to notice the crush of the grain. I didn't show you before. But essentially, it's not pulverized. I gave it one pass through on whatever the local homebrew store had. But each grain is cracked open like an egg. So that the husk is like the eggshell. It has a crack for sure in each one. And the innards are spilled out. But the actual surroundings of the grain is intact. See this one here? This one, I don't even know if it got cracked. This one's still all together, so maybe I can improve. But if I just push it a bit, you know, it wants to explode. So that's a good sign. Yeah, so that's the grain bed, and there's lots of rice hulls in here. Even at the top. If I just spread this out here, I see some on the thumb there. Yeah, I just scattered some in as I poured in. Tastes like chewing good tasting cardboard. no sweetness in this grain. Okay, you ready to see the efficiency? Let's check it out. This is mash and sparge done, about to hit the boil. What do we start in the boil at? My goal is 104.2. I'd say I'm almost at 104.4. And that's pre-boil. My goal is 104.5 post-boil. I might hit 104.7. Efficiency. Whoa, I'm almost seeing 104.5 as pre-boil. Although it keeps changing. I'm gonna call it 104.4 as we adjust this thing and the angle to the light. All right, 104.4 pre-boil. Heck yeah. Here goes the boil. Temperature reading doesn't matter here, I just set it way above, and that's definitely not accurate, but it was for the mash, so I'm happy there. I'm testing out the Whirlpool arm that I got for like 12 bucks on sale. I should spin everything in there and collect it into a mound in the center, which is kind of fun, not necessary, but also good if you want to Whirlpool hops, which is some kind of beers really thrive on that. New England IPAs, that kind of thing. Okay, so this is actually the mash with the hydrometer more accurately. And I'm actually reading the 6th line. That is the one at the bottom of the meniscus. 046. Maybe it's 5. I'm actually thinking it's 6. When I tilt it, it's 6, yeah. 046, even higher than I thought. Here's the final product. I'm gonna call it 104.9 at the bottom of meniscus. Let's figure out what that is in terms of efficiency. It's gonna be very good. Okay, so I had planned my brew day to hit 104.5, which is I think 5.1% beer. And I had logged in at 70% efficiency. But what I actually got, as you saw, is 104.9. That's a 5.5% beer, which puts me at 75% efficiency, exactly what Grainfather logs the Brewzilla to be at. So, do we have an efficiency problem with the Brewzilla? We do not. It works great. I did basically applied exactly what I saw people say on the forums to do. And we had a great result. It was easy. Love this thing. So for you guys in Ottawa, you know what to do if you want to get 75% efficiency. And I look forward to hearing the results of your next brew. Bye guys.